Welcome to the Mindset by Design podcast with your host, the expert Andy Murphy, where you will learn the tips, tricks, and strategies he teaches his world-class clients to give you the skills to dominate any business.
What's going on, Mindset by Design crew, and welcome to this is a clip show. So it's not really a true episode. You can grab the full episodes always every single week and you can jump into those. But what we're going to do each week also in this regular feature is this could be clips of the previous episode. It could be lives I've done on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. It could be private sessions. It could be just awesome stuff. Now remember, what we're all about here at Mindset by Design is about building new behaviors, new ways of thinking, feeling, and acting using NLP, which I'm a world-class expert at, concepts and the understanding of neuroscience, and also behavioral psychology, influence, persuasion, peak performance, all of those things combined together to be able to retrain your conscious, unconscious mind and really change the brain, the nervous system to make you superhuman. That's it, right? Have you ever seen that movie Limitless? Right. What my job is to give you the tools and tactics to be able to, live a limitless life, have a limitless brain, and create the life and freedom that you truly want. I've done this for 20 years all over the world, and I've done it with people from Saudi Arabian royalty to Fortune 500 CEOs, people doing IPO, world champions, digital superstars, right? People that you know all over the internet. We've got NBC winners, Hollywood producers and actors. I can go on and on, But the idea is here to help you. We've been doing this for a long, long time and we're just getting started. So today, this is a clip show, so enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the show. Oh, just before you jump into the show, make sure that you're hitting the show notes because we've got constant awesome courses, live events, free things, awesome things to be able to make you really perform at your absolute best and create the life that you deserve. So make sure you hit those show notes up or head over right now to andymurphy.online. andymurphy.online. So enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the show.
Something they're trying to do and doing in service of something else, right? Sometimes those lines can be blurry, but it's usually pretty clear. When it's ego motivated, it's clear they're just trying to get up in the ranks, push people down, shove people aside. I think we saw a president do that on a stage once. I'm me and I'm the guy. Right? And I'm going to prove it by pushing everyone away and being nefarious or what have you, either passively aggressive or aggressively aggressive. Mm-hmm. But they're doing about themselves. There's another one, which is someone who's so attentive to detail and unrelenting that they're trying to get the right things for the customer or in service of their mission. And they want to make sure we fulfill those things, right? And they really care. They don't micromanage all the details, but they micromanage the details where it touches the customer in some way. Mm-hmm. People who work with those types of people who are unrelenting and push you and might make you upset, a lot of times it's a knee-jerk reaction to go, they are an asshole. Get off my back. You're an ass. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And you're protecting your ego because what's happening is that person is usually pushing you beyond your boundaries. They see something that we can do or you can do that you're just either not wanting to do for whatever reason. You're not confident in that. You're like, I don't want to take the extra time, and saying, no, we need to get that done, and pushing you. Okay. And so when we came to those areas, it wasn't just a one-on-one, it could be Steve against the team going, we need glass instead of plastic on the front face of the iPhone. And we're going to do this. And we're like, God, and so we did it. And he pushed us because he didn't know all the details, but he could see in our minds that we're like, we could probably, but man, it's really putting us in risk. And we laid out the risks for him. And he's like, I'm willing to take those risks. We'll do that. We're like, we might be 3 months late. He's like, this is so important. We need to stay on time. But it would be all the time, push, push, push. It reminds me of like kids growing up, and me as growing up, when your parents push you to make you grow beyond your boundaries, your personal boundaries. And you're like, God damn it, I'm sorry. But they do it for the right reasons. Now, let's see. It's not bullying. It's not about bullying. It's not about demeaning. It's about either pushing you to another part of the mission that needs to get done, or it's about critiquing your work, but not judging you.
So, Crow, did you see the distinction? Did you think about you doing it in your own life with leadership and creating your vision? Do you know what I mean? Ego, let me explain about ego, right? I've got a whole system around ego I'm not going to go into today. But it's ego is, it really always boils down to one thing: insecurity. Now, ego can create amazing things. It creates amazing results. It creates rock stars. It creates generally world champions, right? It creates billionaires. It creates multimillionaires. That's what ego does. But generally, what's behind it, what's always behind it, is insecurity. It's doubt. It's trauma. It's pain. It's fear. It's insecurity. So it's always about a projection, and it's always about control. It's always about dominating. Right? Because it's about them and protecting their ego, which is very fragile when you get under the scenes, right? This is why people bling bling. This is why people also moan. It's the same thing. That's why it creates damage in people. And externally and internally, it creates damage. So if someone's driving from ego, guess what happens? Yeah, you're pushing, you're forcing, right? You're forcing, right? Have you ever read the book by David Hawkins? If you haven't, please go and do it. He's got lots of books. Passed on, amazing guy. Power versus force, right? Power is your own personal power. It's your heart. It's that who you are, your essence. Force is what? Well, force is ego. It's pushing, right? It's controlling. Whether that's controlling the universe, controlling your mind, or controlling other people, whatever. It's control. And there's a difference, right? Now, we're not getting into which one was Steve Jobs right now. We haven't got there yet, That's the podcast. But the other side is leadership. And what I say with leadership is, leadership can be either way, but the other one is it's coming from your heart because you have such a clear vision, and it's about other people. And what he said then, would you hear? Is it about the customer, the consumer? Is it about that client in front of you? And the truth is behind the truth. Yeah, saying lots of truth today. But what it means is then, it's like a coaching client, right? So it could be someone just getting an idea and getting it out to the world. It could be someone running a $300 million business. It could be someone moving from 5 to 6 figures, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. It could be expanding a salesperson's potential, right? It could be, you get the idea. And what's behind that is I can see, right? I can see what the potential is. I can see what they truly want, right? I can see what's blocking pattern-wise. I can recode that. I can do so many things. But really, I've got a person at the moment, right? Been working with me for a while as a personal client. I don't work with too many, but it's He's awesome. And I've watched him go from corporate, and now he wants the freedom, and he's moving into creating his own business, his own brand. And it's brilliant, right? What he's doing is brilliant. And it's so interesting watching him push, pull, expand past the boundary, and then get something what I teach is called a snapback. And that snapback goes back into his old neurology, his old patterns, his old behaviors. And then he connects to that future vision. We build that pattern in his brain, and then guess what? He moves forwards. And then it's a constant expansion, detraction. But as we constantly expand, right, then we're not detracting as much each time. So the expansion as the software in the brain or the mind muscle gets deeper, thicker, and stronger, the chemicals, the vision, everything starts to become more real, which creates different chemicals in the brain. It creates a stronger belief. And when you've got that belief and that vision connected, it creates action, motivation, change, right? And when we can do that, man, it's powerful. So that's what the guy was talking about as well, right? So he's talking about really caring about the consumer or caring about the client, and you can push, you can shove, you can press pain because it's for the best for them, right? It's like a medicine you're giving someone and they're scared of taking it, but it's going to cure them. And if it's going to cure them and you believe it 1,000,000%, would you give up? No, you'd be relentless with that person. They can hate you, they can scream at you, they can do whatever, but it doesn't matter. You just know it's for the best for them, so you will keep pushing, right? That's the difference. Okay, crew, there we go. The end of another clip show. I really hope you enjoyed it. You got lots of good stuff from it. And again, if you want to go back and check the previous episode, well, it's waiting for you there. And speaking of waiting for you there, you've got to make a decision. That's how much do you want the next stage of your life? Do you want to have that limitless brain? Do you want to be like a Jedi? Do you want to be part superhuman? Do you want to take your business life to a whole new level with influence, persuasion, peak performance, and neuroconditioning? Well, I'm sure you do. This is how we scale businesses from 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. Plus, this is how I've worked with the top people in the world, and I just want to share some of their secret strategies with you. So the next thing you need to do, very simple, nice and easy, just simply go to the links. That's it. Hit the show notes up, see what's available for you today, and also make sure that you're heading over to andymurphy.online. Why? Because we got articles, we got videos, we got content all for you sitting right there, and so many options to help you get to that next stage, to win, finally win, or take your business and life to a whole different level. Sound good? Awesome, that's waiting for you there. And make sure that you're finding me on social media. It's very easy. It's Andy Murphy Mindset. Type that in, you got me. Or Andy Murphy NLP, Andy Murphy Mindset. Either way, you can find me all over social. Make sure that you're connecting, make sure that you're hanging out, and make sure that you're writing me an awesome review somewhere. Spotify, Apple, or any other platform. I love you for it. They love me for it, and it means I can keep pumping out this awesome content. Okay, do that right now, and until the next time, much love. Have an amazing week, and oh yeah, one more thing. Why don't you smile for me and keep kicking ass?
Thanks so much for listening to today's episode of the Mindset by Design podcast with your host and NLP expert, Andy Murphy. We'll catch you next time.